Welcome back. Daily, more than 500,000 people tune in for her Seester talk. Jessie Woo isn't just limiting her talents to Instagram. She's now one of the stars of season 2 of Love and Hip Hop Miami. And today she's here to tell us all about the new season. Welcome to the show, Jessie Woo.
Hey, Seester. I can't really say that because you're my brother.
There you go. So listen, I want to just dive right in. Can you tell me how you got started on social media?
Right. Well, it was May 2017.
Oh, you got the date.
I remember it was May 2017. I had just got fired from my first job in New York City, and I had just moved into my first apartment in Brooklyn. I was depressed. I didn't know what I was gonna do, and I literally just started taking out my frustrations on the internet, just uploading, different jokes here and there. And before I knew it, the jokes took off, and I was like, okay, I guess I got a little something going on over here, so let me just keep pursuing this thing and see what's going on. Like, I was always able to make my family members laugh, but I didn't know I could make, like, people that I didn't know laugh. So I was like, okay, let me just see what's going on with that. I'm in New York. I'm trying to find another job, but at the same time, I knew I wanted to go into entertainment because that's why I left Miami. I knew I wanted to go to entertainment. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. In the meantime, I'm gonna pursue television. I'm gonna pursue whatever it is. I ain't got no job. Might as well, fish for the job I really want, So that's how I got my start on social media.
Okay. And how was it, and what were you pursuing while you were in New York? I know it was television, but what types of things were you doing while you were there?
Well, I was taking acting classes, I wanted to be on Broadway. Like, that's always been one of my biggest dreams. Like, I've said this all the time, I want to be like a Oprah, Jamie Foxx type of entertainer. Those are my idols. I want to do music. I want to be on television. So I was pursuing all of that, but it just was a lot of closed doors. Like nothing was happening, and so the social media was taking off. Meanwhile, I was pursuing that at the same time.
Gotcha. So how did this whole thing merge with Love and Hip Hop? Because that was an interesting story.
Yeah. Well, so. It's funny because when I was still living here, back in 2014, I had heard that Love and Hip Hop was coming to Miami. Okay. So I was reaching out to all the people I knew in the business, yo, I know they're asking you to be on it. Put me on that thing. They need to know, man. They need to know about Jessie Woo, man. And I wasn't getting anywhere. So fast forward to 2017, fall 2017, I did a video where I was dragging some of the Love and Hip Hop stars, and I started dragging Mona Scott Young, and I was like, Mona, increase the budget, and that's because I felt like a lot of the looks were low budget. There would be bad wigs and stuff, and but now that I'm in it, I understand why sometimes there are bad wigs, but that's another story for another day. So anyway, I'm dragging Mona, and she comes into my comments. Okay. And she's like, I had a saying that I would always say called secure the valise, and that means, secure the bag. Right. And she came into my comments on a live one time, and she's like, we're gonna secure the bag together. Okay. A couple days after that, I had met up with Shaft. Shaft is someone who used to be Cardi B's old manager. Gotcha. And we had a conversation, and I had told him that Mona would leave me comments on my social media. He was like, Mona Scott Young? I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, I can get on the phone right now. He calls her, and he's like, guess who I'm with? She's like, who? He said, Jessie, and she was like, Jessie Woo. I want to talk to her right now. Oh, nice. And the first question she asked me was, do you want to do Love and Hip Hop? That was fall 2017. So before anybody even knew about Love and Hip Hop Miami, I was already approached to do it, but I didn't know that Love and Hip Hop Miami was going down. I didn't know. Did you have any reservations about doing Love and Hip Hop? I did, because, particularly in light of what you had already seen. Yeah, I did, just because, I don't do the fighting stuff. Right. Number one, people know me for being that sister, and I always talk about sister this, sister that, women this, women that, women empowerment. I don't do the fighting thing because of that, number one. Number two, I am from Dade County, and I fight to hurt. I don't fight for the cameras, you know what I mean? So I always had reservations about that, but I felt that it would be a good platform to show people that I could sing. And by this time, so many people know me for joking all the time. A lot of people don't know that I grew up singing. I grew up singing in church. all my life, all I ever saw myself was as a singer. So all this stuff just caught me off guard.
So it was a good platform for that. But like in terms of the beef, can you talk about that in terms of your castmates? Have you had any beef? Anyone in particular?
Listen, the only beef I got is with Sally Mae.
We all have a beef with Sally Mae.
I got beef with you, and I'm gonna be deferring till I can't defer no more. No, but listen, everybody is hitting me up. Oh my God, we can't believe you and a certain cast member are going at it. I had every intention of being sisters, like with this girl.
Honestly, can I say her name?
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
I in my mind, I would have envisioned you and Amara like kind of like being like.
I'm telling you.
Like sisters, like real sisters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What happened?
I mean, if you check the receipts are there. I was always in support of Amara. Right. When everything happened with the show and she talked about colorism and all that, I was like, yes, finally, we got a Dominican owning her blackness. You know what I'm saying? That's something you don't see often.
Right.
You know what I mean? And me being Haitian, Haiti and DR just has a lot of strains. And so it was good to see somebody owning their blackness. And possibly, maybe, I saw us being like that force, like, yo, like, listen, Team Hispaniola up in here, you know what I'm saying? Team sisterhood, brotherhood. Yeah. But it just didn't go down like that. And the thing about me is, in real life, I don't do messy people.
Right.
But unfortunately, when you're on a show like this, you're forced to address these things.
Right.
Like in my everyday life, if you're a messy person,
you just stay away. If you could give her a message right now, what would it be?
I ain't got no message for her, girl. Keep doing your thing, girl. Keep doing your thing, girl.
All right, let's go back into your singing because I really want to get into that. Album or anything like that we could talk about? Anything coming out in the near future?
Yes, that's something I'm very anxious about because, like I said, so many people know me now for telling jokes and being funny and my Sister Talk Live that I do all over the country, but they don't know that I could sing. Yeah. And so for Christmas, I put out A Merry Woo Christmas, which was like 3 Christmas songs.
Okay.
And it did really well. I was shook.
So we can actually get that.
Yeah, it's in the link on my bio on my Instagram.
Cool. Yeah. So we run out of time, but I want to say thank you so much for coming by here. You're going to have to come back sing, and we're going to have to talk some hot topics. Can we do that?
Yes, we can.
All right, you guys stick around. We'll have more Daily Flash coming up right after this.